Hey, 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 sacred scrolls. How is the unraveling going? Welcome to this space. If you've just landed here, I'm excited for the opportunity to co create with you. My name is lisalyle, and this is my heart's offering here to the collective of humanity, a visual of my own personal healing journey. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, the date as we go live today is August the 28th, 2025. My last day of being 54 in this life. Um, so exciting new beginnings are on the horizon for all of us, it feels. And at the same time, as we feel these exciting new horizons opening up and stuff, there is a level of uncertainty, right? The world is an uncertain place, run by, it's like an insane asylum run by lunatics, absolutely. And so, this is where what makes us tick in this life, it's like our soul wanting to come online and experience a life that is aligned with the divine and aligned with truth. It's like the simple, bare necessities, like the simplicity. And we have a lot of work to do. Personally, you've been doing the work, so thank you for that. And those of us who have been doing the work are feeling feeling or hearing the call of the soul. Rex, are you kidding me right now? This guy, he's like, literally, I've just put a new sheets on the couch, and he literally just took the sheet off and he's laying on the couch. Anyways, so there's a call for us at this time, and this Virgo season holds a potency to it that is really encouraging us who have been at this for lifetimes. Let's just talk about this lifetime, though. We've been at it for decades, right? The spiritual unfolding. And so now, okay, because I'm like getting right into the astrology of it all. So let me do my thing here with the Palo Santo, and we'll get on with it. So let me light this again. Yay, hey, hey, Kiva, welcome. The bells aren't far, if you're wondering. They're right here. Here, let's get those on the wrist. And at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting the manifestation of the greatest soul expression. It's about the spinal alignment. Or is it the final countdown? Who the heck knows? I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow these days. And, yesterday was a bit of a melancholy feel to it. And I was kind of feeling like, I don't know, maybe you've been in it. Like this Virgo season, we're only a handful of days into it. And it's just kind of being all over the map. Like, are you feeling that as well? Or is it just me feeling it because I'm, on the edge of 55 and, reflecting upon what has been this life? Really sitting in a space of actual wonder and excitement about the unfolding. And did the life unfold as we had hoped it would unfold? Probably not. Probably not. And did we play a role in that? I would say yes, quite a lot. And so 2025 has really been this year of dissolving. I just saw 3 4s on the clock there. Dissolving, I just heard false ego. And so perhaps the false ego is the space where the human takes control of the reins and says, no, where true ego or healthy ego maybe and likely, very likely is allowing ourselves to be guided by these higher forces at play, allow ourselves to be guided by our own heart space, and then act accordingly because the ego resides in the solar plexus and is sort of triggered by the mental body. And so the solar plexus is such an important, and yesterday I had this visual, so I was feeling rather low, and so supported myself. Who else is going to pick me up, except me? So I did what I was called to do, and it was laying horizontal for a while. And then all of a sudden, this, like, well, in before the all of a sudden, but in my mind's eye, as I was laying there and just breathing, and this is what I consider to be meditation for me, supporting the physical vessel to settle in. And as I was just resting, breathing, I saw this great big old fashioned key, the old antique keys. They're so beautiful. And I saw one of these. And then what I saw was like the key moving. And I'm trying to replay it in my mind. So then the key was kind of floating. Everything was floating there, and it was really, really bright. And there was this like rustic old key. And it was like it went into what felt like a heart, and then there was this coming together. The key dissolved, and there was this coming together, and there was this beautiful sunshine, Mr. Golden Sun. And it was a golden sun. It's not like the sun that we see in the sky today. It was like this beautiful golden sun took up the entirety of the third eye space. And then when that was done and I was guided to get up, it was like this sudden desire and urge to not like clean the home space, but tidy up, to sweep, to get prepared to do some laundry. My laundry was done by 10:30 this morning. Yay! New sheets for on the bed and everything. So exciting. But there was this real need to clean it up. And then so I did that, and then was guided to go to bed like well before, I think it was before 9 o'clock. And during the live yesterday, I had mentioned that I felt like the tap of tears was going to open up, and it eventually did around, it was a little bit, it was like a little trickling throughout the day. And I will say that I pulled myself back. I don't know, I wasn't ready for. And then at about 9:30 last night, after I had cleared the home space up and sort of, it just opened up. It just opened up, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. And that's what I did. And I stayed in bed probably, I don't know, 11 or 12 hours. Um, and I'm going to have to shift this because I have to go back to work. So today would normally be my Friday. And so, my staycation is wrapping up. And I feel like, I haven't, on a cellular level, I've been really busy, you know, um, the critic, if you will, the critic that plays in my mind is like, you've done nothing. You've done nothing, 911 there. And what I just feeling with that is like, yes, you've done a lot. You've averted an emergency because you felt the soul's urgency for you. And you may be feeling this too, to simply show up for yourself. So let me take a drink of my smoothie. More bells? Okay. And I really think I found a way that I can carry bells with me into the world. I may make something for my safety boots. Maybe not a full anklet for the safety boots, but that I have to wear at the job. Something though, I've got something's cooking there. We'll see how it unfolds. So let's get into the astrology of it all. And you know what? Like, I used to call this segment, this connection, on Thursdays, Thirsty Thursday. And although I feel thirsty today, we're not thirsty. We're sisters, us brothers that have been out there. There's a lot of people out there in the world that are out there hustling, right? Hustling and, out for number one. And that's not who we are. And so we're at this stage or phase of our spiritual, I just heard envelopment, but like, let's say our spiritual development. Hey, Christine, welcome, sis. We're at this stage where we are really, like, we're transitioning, or at least it feels so in my case, to this place of being the crone. And the crone is confident. The crone has walked through many through many a fire, maybe dragged herself through. And perhaps she's still walking through these fires of transformation. And yet her continued walk has, all it has done is revealed more of her softness, more of her wisdom. And wisdom's not complicated and convoluted, right? Once we begin to take responsibility, and that's a big part of what today's, or the astrology of the time, and this Virgo season is all about, is stepping into our role. So I'm going to read this first, although it didn't come through first. But so, as always, taking some notes, doing some tuning in. This morning's being productive. And I even got showered. And if you look at the thumbnail, I'll change it probably. But like, I was like, I'm just going to go incognito today. I'm going to go in my comfy, morning rain walk look. 1221 there. Thank you. I'm so grateful. And then it was like, no, Lisa, you clean yourself up and show up. If you want to go and put on a onesie and, be cozy after your service, then that's your prerogative too. So let's get into this. So what came through is, it is the divine responsibility of more evolved souls, you and I, and that doesn't mean that we're better. Like, I am so, the contrary energy is so, like, there's this real call to not engage, to completely disengage, because it is our divine responsibility when we've walked through the fires, when we've done the healing that our heart requires, in preparation for, the completion of a cycle and the start of a whole new cycle in our life. It is our responsibility to turn up and turn around and gently guide, mentor, heal, and teach those yet to open up to their own soul growth. And so we're not turning around any longer to look longingly back at the past. Like, really, do we want what was back there? I sure as heck don't. And so, and this is, a sure sign of growth, soul growth and evolution, is the ability to look back, and instead of being like longing and pining, although I know I did speak about longing yesterday, it's a different energy. Previously we might look back and go, oh, if I had only done something different, if they had only done something different, if life had been different. Like, honestly, we can't change any of it. And in the process, if we're very lucky, we've been changing ourselves. We've been growing up. And so here we are now at this time, Virgo season 2025, and it's been terse and intense. The whole year has been terse and intense. And you know what? It's likely not going to let up. What is going to transpire and take place, though, is we are going to settle more in to this new expansive space, this new experience of love in the vessel. We choose. Virgo serves, we choose. And Virgo calls us to serve ourselves. And Virgo can be this example of what did it say? Underdeveloped ego, or oh, I can't even remember. See how spirit works with me? Things come out and then I have no clue. Hey, Nicole, welcome, sis. Nice to have you here for the live. Oh, so nice to have you. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Christine says she loves this color on me. Thank you. So let's get back to the astrology of it all. So I was guided to write about this week, the last few days of Virgo, sacred scrolls unraveling, opening, blossoming, all is written. We have Venus in Leo. Mercury is also currently in Leo and throughout the course of the weekend moving towards Virgo and will land in Virgo on Tuesday. We have Saturn retrograde in Pisces, and we still have, of course, Jupiter over there in Cancer, nicely settling in. And with any luck, we're beginning to feel, because Cancer is all about the home space, right? Feeling at home, feeling safe. And with Jupiter there, which is the planet of expansion, the planet of hopes and I heard hopes and fears, wishes and dreams. I hate to put the fears out there, trying to stay so positive. Good job, Lisa. And you may be feeling like that in your life too. So are you able to show up and be the cheerleader and pat yourself on the back a little bit and cut yourself some slack a little bit? Hopefully. And then the question came through, have we made the decision who we want to be? Have we made the decision who we want to be yet? Who are we? Have we come to terms with who and what we are? Because we are now at the beginning of a brand new 28-year cycle. So I did the math here. I'll be 55 tomorrow. In 28 years, I'll be 83. That's a lot of life to be living. 28 years is a lot of life. 28 years ago, I was 27. Oh, oh my gosh. I would not want to be 27 again. And yet the space in between those years is where we do the growing, right? That hopefully, and I know in this particular case, that space between, thank you, sis. Yeah, thanks. I've made myself, I was really strongly guided to make myself, because I'm such a dancer, the tribal dancer. So I made myself some anklets, bells, and for the wrists, and I have some more things in the brain. So I don't know about you, but a lot has changed in the last 28 years. And the biggest change, and the one I'm most grateful to sit and recognize and acknowledge today, is I've changed. I'm the same soul. I'm the same person that's had all the experiences. And yet I'm also an individual who has diligently, throughout the last 28 years, been discovering, uncovering, and clearing away the stuff that got in my way, in the way of the soul, showing ourself to the world, moving into acceptance of ourself. So have we decided yet what we want to be when we grow up, or who we want to be when we grow up? I want to be me. I want to be me. How about you? No, don't be me. Like, be you. Be you. The world can only take one of us, like one of each of us, right? This is what the world needs, is one of each of us to show up as we are. Yeah, we may have a dance party tomorrow. for my birthday. Um, so then I was guided to write, now aligned, we must adjust. And we're each a sacred apprentice. And the apprentice is called continually to open up from within. And, to open. Yeah, I mean, if we could go back and do life knowing what we know now, then yeah, that would be an entire different experience. And yet, we're the ones who came here to not go back, to heal from what's back there and to go forward and make a new life, make the best life possible in this lifetime. Too much time is spent in the space or the confines, not the spaciousness of the mind, in the confines of the mind, rehashing old tapes, revisiting situations. And at this time, for us, the spiritual, the seeker, the one here on the missionary path, if you will, on the path of service, we can't keep doing this, because in doing so, we hold ourselves back, and we continue to perpetuate what has been an experience of lack, whether it's a lack of resources, a lack of material things. Most critical, it's been a lack of spiritual connection. And so, more to the point of that message, that it is our divine responsibility, it is the divine responsibility of more evolved to turn up, turn around, and gently guide and mentor those yet to wake up, to encourage them to open up and begin their healing, because it's back to basics. The world has swung, the pendulum has swung so far to the direction of criminally insane that it is the elders like you and I mean, I guess I'm moving into acceptance of cronehood, and it's all good, because I still have this beautiful spirit of a child, and that I don't imagine is ever going to disappear. And I'm grateful for the courage to show up in the world in that way, and yet also as a wellspring of um, spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and hopefully perhaps walk into the world as like a beacon of light, as the embodiment of um, the child of source, the child of creation. Um, so here in this little fishy, it looks like a fishy, I was guided to write generational evolution. So, hopefully, as we hope that each generation experiences more fulfillment, fullness, fulfillment, more ease in life. And yet, in this short lifetime, what I have witnessed is more difficulty, more challenges. And I've also noticed that we've taken away and things have been removed, quietly removed, slowly. Church bells, for one thing, everything closed on Sunday for another. We've been guided away from the simplicity of what the true meaning of life is all about. And, this morning when I was doing the laundry, the silly, I didn't want it to come in. I was trying, like it kept trying to come in, and I kept like, no, I'm not going to sing it. And then I had to sing it. Row, row, row your boat. And then I heard round robin now. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but it's our dream. It's your dream. It's my dream. And, the dream is meant to be shared. It's not meant to be just like mauled around in the head. If you're here watching this, we are meant to experience this. And so, with any luck, I'm fulfilling a small part of my role and to be like an emissary of the light, a messenger of the light, a messenger of peace, heralding better times for all of us beyond the mind, beyond the mind. 55. I'm excited about 55. It's like, I'm very excited about what's ahead, the adventure. And yeah, I feel the years in my body as well. I see the years in my body as well. And again, it's a part of the natural, if you will, the natural evolution of the human is to grow up. And I've grown up in a time where everyone's trying to, um, you know, mask up, to cover up who they truly are, to change who they truly are, whether it's like Botox or makeup. And I'm not knocking makeup. I'm not knocking makeup at all. We all do the things. But if we do these things because we feel like that's how the world needs to see us, like I'm 55, I don't need to pretend I'm 21, or I don't need to pretend I'm 35 or anything like that. Like I love who I am. And being 55 comes with, greater responsibility. And it also comes with greater confidence, greater courage, greater understanding of who I am, and as a result, who we all are. And so, this is the continued journey with our heart, transform our bodies at any age. I believe that. So, then the message came through. We are being called at this time to function as a social being, and that's a little like for those of us who are like hermit, those of us who are really the seeker, we like to spend our time in our caves, in our space, in our nest. And yet there is a call for community. We are social beings, and it doesn't mean we have to have massive social circles. We come together, we come out, we connect, we fill one another up, and then we go back to our space. It's all this beautiful dance. So call to function as social beings, cosmic butterflies, reborn beyond self-scorn. Always adored, deep alchemy is taking place at this time, and the soul is being exposed. And the truth is, we have always been whole. And then from butterfly, I was guided to do this little arrow. If you can see, oops, shoot. If you can see over there, that little arrow from butterfly, and then social, and then recognize. So it feels like some of us are stepping into a time where we're going to begin to be recognized for truly what we bring to the table in support of the collective rise. And remember, before the healing takes place, the tower must fall. Before the healing takes place, the tower must fall so we can rebuild again. And we are truly at the end of an old paradigm, thousands of years. We've got in the spring, and it's setting itself up now, an alignment in Aries at zodiac taking place between Saturn and Neptune. It has never been at this degree ever in thousands of years. Thousands of years. And so, as the dying old paradigm, patriarchal paradigm dies, there is the rise of the matriarchal energy. And it's not, and again, the true divine feminine, or the true matriarch, knows her place, and it's not above another. It's not above the masculine. It's at the that may be a little to the side and over. You know what I mean? It's not about one. The patriarchal paradigm has been about the overtaking, the imposition, the imposing of the will of the other. And if we go back to that, story of Adam and Lilith, when Adam came on the scene, it got to a point where Adam wanted to be on top, overtake Lilith, instead of working in that unity, the harmony, the dance of the divine, the feminine and the masculine, the individual dance and the slow dance, if you will. Till you cry, you laugh until you cry, and then maybe like pee yourself. Ah, yeah. Um, so we've got the nodes of the moon in Virgo and Pisces, and on the 7th of September, we have our total lunar eclipse, which will be seen in the southern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere of the world. And the Pisces Virgo axis is the axis of service and healing. Where is that? So I was guided to write Pisces Virgo, heaven on earth, simplicity, service, sacred bliss. We were born for this. Oh, my nose is so itchy. And then that's when the message came in. It is the divine responsibility of more evolved souls to turn up, turn around, and gently guide, mentor, heal, because we know we don't really heal, right? Our healing is the healing that we offer to the world. We can only guide, encourage, share, lead the way, right? With integrity. We must not compromise our integrity. We're not here to we have we? Likely we have, somewhere along the line. If we going forward, and we know, because we always feel it. Whatever's going on, we always feel it. So when we're not in alignment with the divine, we feel it. When we're living a life that's a lie, we feel it. When we're in situations and places where we don't belong, we feel it. And as the sacred scroll, as the seal, we're the one that has to get ourselves out of it, right? And get ourselves in alignment with it. We choose. Virgo serves more love, more connection. Beyond rejection, love lives and grows. The soul knows. And so maybe we felt rejected in this lifetime. We probably all, somewhere along the line, have felt rejected. And what did that, how did that serve us? Did we sit in a space where we felt rejected? Did we become dejected? Did we feel like we'd been ejected from the friend circle of life or something? Rejection, perhaps, or perception for all of us. And, like when we feel rejected externally, like another doesn't respond to us as we would have hoped or liked or whatever, and how do we respond to that? Do we reject ourselves because someone who doesn't know us rejected us, or someone that doesn't know us doesn't like us, or was mean to us or something? No. We may initially for a time, and yet if we're here on the journey of soul growth, the spiritual evolution, we're going to do what we must do, because there's obviously a blessing in that. There's a gift in that. And the gift is to more deeply love ourselves, to more deeply accept who we are. Not everybody's going to love us, and those of us who walk with a high spiritual, again, I don't like to say things that make it seem like, oh, a high spiritual understanding, like I'm so much smarter than most people. No, that's not it. Although maybe in a lot of cases, but No, because I mean, ultimately, I laugh at that because, we are smarter than some people, right? And it's okay. It's okay to be smarter than some people. That doesn't mean we demean those people that we're smarter than, right? Or that we're more spiritually evolved. We don't poo-poo. Hopefully, with any luck, through clear communication through the heart space, we can make connections and begin to um, seal or yeah, begin to seal rifts that once divided us or separated us from the other, and begin to come home to one another. Yeah, you that happens too. The peeing thing. Oh my gosh, I can't even, laughing and sneezing. It's not. It's not always. I don't, honestly. It's silly. It doesn't matter anymore what anyone thinks of me. I love myself, and yeah, and isn't that a beautiful gift? It's one of the most beautiful gifts. I feel so grateful for at this particular time in my life. I'm so grateful that I really do love myself. I'm pretty cool. I am super cool, actually, delightful. And, like there's going to be others in the world that see that too. And there's going to be others that go, oh my God, she's a kook. That's okay. That's okay. If you think I'm a kook, well, maybe we're going to hang out and have a good time, or perhaps we're not meant to play in the same chicken coop. That's okay. That's okay. Then I was guided to write the depths of an adept. The depths of an adept. I'm going to sit with that one for a little bit. Connection brings freedom, social justice. We must embody this first. Be a friend. All are in the eternal stream of dreams at the end. And so we're all just here rowing our boat, you know, and the stream is the stream of love's dream that lives within us and wants us to experience freedom and bliss through connection in this lifetime. Remember, we're setting up, we're at the beginning of a new 28-year cycle. Like 28 years from now, I hope we're all here connecting. I can't wait to see how many bells and whistles I have on at that time. So, like, what is it that you would like to see unfold in your life? What are you going for? I'm going for gold. Well, silver. I really like silver. So I hope you are too. And finally, and then I'll pull some cards for us here. If we must look back, may we have the courage to reach out our hand and give the gift of love to another. By service, may we give the gift of love to another. By service, beginning at home, the soul home. So when we take care of the home front, when Rome falls, we are the ones who have already risen after the fall. Liberated seeds, celebrated dreams, unity. Let it begin with me, and the mirror of me is we. Let it begin with us. We are the sacred cups. Okay, let me take a sip. Oh, it's 12:57 already. So how's everyone doing? I'm going to pull a couple cards, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of a rainy day here. Chores. So maybe go for a walk in the rain. Hey, sweet pea, how's it going, sis? Oh, yes, so perfect. And yes, it's number 5, uncomfortable. As we embark upon these new beginnings, it's almost like what's that word? Intrepidly, like almost like with a little bit of nervousness, but it's like nervous excitement. We're being called to step out. The cosmic butterfly, there it is. We're the cosmic butterfly, called to be social in this life. Love and prayer. One of my favorite practices these days is like calling in all the love and support, um, and all the prayers that have been spoken for me that I'm unaware of, like calling in the blessings and the gifts of all those prayers, of all that love from the spiritual realms to like pour into my life now. And the way that it pours in is by the way that we show up for ourselves, the synchronicities, the infinite possibilities. Number 12, we are the channel of light. The hanged man, take flight. You've thought long enough, you've thought hard enough, and now it's like to get into the simple, bare necessities, the simplicity of a life aligned with the divine, of a life of service. And service doesn't have to be, it was 14 at 41:14 there, 5:5. Service doesn't have to be this great big, like, here, up here on the mountaintop and giving a sermon or something big and elaborate. It's the little things. It's like this. This is so joyful. You have no idea, or maybe you do, because maybe you can see it and feel it. I love this. Just one sec. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the number. But it's like, it's meant to be joyful and exciting. And, like, can we see the infinite possibilities? Can we continue to authentically, as we transition from authentic August, let's move into soulful September, like soulful, Full, September, picking up on I keep hearing, and we had that card the other day, from nothing to everything. What are the true riches in this life? What are we going to take with us when this vessel of flesh takes its last breath? What goes with us? I know. And I've been lucky enough to experience soul love grow beyond the flesh. Not just with Frank, with my Uncle Red. Frank's been the main, he's been the greatest teacher from the other side. And that came from a space of like true kinship in this life, and him seeing like him knowing my heart, that this is my heart. This is, it's the missionary work I came to do. I can't stop it. Even if I wanted to, even if I tried, and I have over the years. And going forward, I'm not going to try to stop it anymore. And you know what the beauty is? I've healed. The healing's taking place, that there's no stopping it anyways. What is preordained and written in the stars manifests, unfolds in this life. For those with the lion heart, for those with the rainbow heart that breathes, that knows that we were here for great things, that we are here, not we're here, we're still here for great things, infinite possibilities. So I guess we're going for 3 from each deck again today. That one fell out. Maybe 4. Oh, that one again. Geesh. Oh, and that one again. Okay, so the one that fell out was the balance power. 5 again. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5. But you know what? 5, it's so simple. Make the change. Make the move. 5 is the number of change. Things are happening quickly. Are you going with the change, or are you resisting it and getting pissed off and angry and caught up in the volatility of the world? This is actually a 5 again too, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Jeez, Louise. 555. 555. Massive changes are taking place in our life. And we can either, get into the swing of things, by aligning via our spine, getting balanced in our power, and calling on all the support that we have supporting us each and every hour. Okay, so let's see from the angels what the angels have to say. If you have a question, ask it now. Yeah, trauma release is, oh my God, I could cry right now. You guys, I'm not insane. Honestly, I'm not even going to show that card. Well, maybe I will. Oh, geez. Okay, so this is so, it's like sacred scrolls unraveling. We are here to have the experience of heaven on earth. We truly, truly are. And you've done so much work on your beautiful, beautiful heart. You deserve it. You deserve it. We deserve it. And it does take place through connection. Again, so it doesn't, yes. Okay. And then that. All right. So maybe we'll go like this. Oh my God. That's so beautiful. I could really cry. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So stick with me. We're moving out of authentic August into soulful September. The soul, we've heard the call, or we're feeling the call, and we've been feeling the call for quite some time. I mean, let's face it. We've been feeling the call for quite some time. And now it's like as if we are ready to shine, divine justice. And, I'll just show the word there, sexuality. This can either be an incredibly, our sexuality, connection with other can be one of two things, incredibly healing or detrimental to one or the other. And we're not at the stage of life, this crone isn't anyways, where we are going to engage in those connections that are detrimental. We are holding out for the real deal. And with the divine justice card here, the protection card here, the heaven on earth card, the happy home card, joy card, I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. Are you happy? So very happy. Hey, hey, Samantha. I'm good, thanks. Obviously, can't you tell? But there again, the butterfly. Once again, and I'm hearing um, prayers that we may have thought were unanswered prayers are actually have been answered, and we are about to see the expansive manifestation of our hearts little wishes and dreams. And some of us have these big fantastical wishes, yes, and yet, my fantastical wishes have always been around the sacred vision. No, unfortunately, you can't, Samantha. This is a collective reading for everyone, sweetie. Everything I do here is free. I don't get paid to come here and share. I do this because I'm really here to support your own spiritual journey, your path of personal responsibility. And I trust if you've been guided here and you stick around, you will be able to apply perhaps something shared here. It may click or tick, and you'll be able to work with it in your own life. So thanks for being here again. Those darn fruit flies. And then we've got the color healing card here. We've got the mighty M's. We've got Michael, Melchizedek, and Metatron. And so this feels like a powerful time for the child that lives within us, the child inside, to come out and thrive. The child hasn't always enjoyed this ride in life, right? The child hasn't always felt confident in their own truth. And perhaps the child felt like they had to hide their truth, particularly if you're aware that you're here on a path of spiritual service, and perhaps you don't come from a family that has much spiritual understanding, or perhaps you come from a religious family or whatever. These are things that tend to hold us back. Fear of what others will think, what others will say. Who cares? Who cares anymore? I don't care anymore. Right. And why should we? Because it's our sacred journey. We're the ones here who are receiving intuitive guidance. And this is how we come into a healthy ego. We take action on the guidance we're receiving. 43 through our vessel, and 22, the path of mastery, the new beginning. Because although the world is the 21st card in the major arcana, it's actually the 22nd card, because the Fool is 0. So again, another number of completion, a new beginning, a new cycle begins again. Are you going to dive in to the new beginning in your life? This card speaks about life cycles, family, and transformation. And this card speaks about silent whispers of the heart. Are we listening? I sure am. Are you? I hope so. I hope so. They said top card. A lot of boobs today. Amethyst. Oh, they said top card because it's that 5 energy again. It's uncomfortable to step in. It's uncomfortable to move in a new direction. And yet, if we're being called in that direction, if you have been doing the inner work, if you have been showing up, if you have been walking the path of the lone wolf. Remember at the beginning of the year, we did, as much as it was the hermit coming out, letting their star out of the lantern, it was also about the wolf finding the pack, the wolf coming home to the pack. Well, don't bring your troubles here from Sri Lanka. We're not interested in trouble here. We are part of the solution. So whatever you may want to predict, you can go do that at your space, because I predict a bright, bright future here. So Kasum, thanks for showing up. Perfect. Thank you. Clearly not an alignment. And that's okay. That's okay, folks. When we are not in alignment, there's a lot of people that want to live in doom and gloom. We can see it. You don't have to look too far out your window. Or if you turn on that idiot box in your living room, you'll see it. It doesn't take much to see it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I've lived it. Thank you very much. I am a part of the solution. SOUL. Heaven on earth experience. We've walked through hell, folks. We've walked through hell. And we are here to rise, transformed by the fires inside that have burned away everything that was a lie, so that we can return to our divine birthright, who we truly are. And you can't fake your heart. So, and on the amethyst card, we have 2 cards that say transformation on it, on the sacred journey and the amethyst card. Sorry, I got to cover the boobs. Although they're nice. I like these cards. They're so beautiful. Transformation, certainty, and confidence. Yes. With any luck, in the coming days, as we wrap out August, you will be gaining in confidence. Your soul is delighted that you have let them out to play, and that you are allowing God, Source, Creator, to lead the way. And you are the active, creative, or co-creative participant who experiences the unfolding and the expansion of love each and every day. I'm wishing everyone a beautiful day. I'm going to go out and enjoy it. Not sure what time I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow around this same time instead of at night. So this guy's going to get blocked. He's telling you guys I'm telling lies. Kassoon, you obviously don't know me, bud. And I'm telling the truth. I'm not sure what you are doing here, but see ya. Let's get rid of him. Yeah, he can't come back here. What a moron. What a maroon. What a goon. Get out of here. Get out of here, Kassoon, you goon. Yeah, you're not welcome in this space, and that's actually that's a really good. He likely that's not divine masculine energy. Okay, that's toxic masculinity. These are children in men's bodies. It's time to grow up and step into your role as a man in this lifetime, as a protector, as a seeker, as a guide. This kind of BS. It's actually now he's just ticked me off a little bit. But it's a great example because this is the kind of crap that we're moving away from, right? Like, I'm sick and tired of toxic masculinity. I'm sick and tired of weak men. I'm sick and tired of crazy men wanting to run the show. I'm sick and tired of it all. I'm sick and tired of it all. I'm seriously excited by the prospect of connection with men that are on the rise as we celebrate the rise of the sacred feminine. And it's actually the softening of the feminine that supports the rise. We must also encourage the rise of the masculine back to divine birthright. Thank you, Pamela. Apparently this is my color. It's like an orange. I wasn't going to wear it today because it's all like emotional, but like the compliments. Thank you. Um, you know, so yeah, let us celebrate true. Um, what do I want to say? Like real people. People are people, so why should it be? Yeah, I think Kassoon's role here today is to show us what we're not going to tolerate and allow in our space, and that kind of energy is not welcome here. I'm for the spiritual, those on the spiritual path of awakening. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm not here to get rich. Doing this, I'm here as an act of love and devotion. This is the path of service, and we're not here to scare people. I mean, things are going to happen. The world's a big, scary place. So's our brain. So were our homes. So were all kinds of spaces. And yet, we're not going to get stuck in that energy, or we're going to live a very small life when what we've been told is there is infinite possibility, infinite abundance. I'm not here to play this game. And anyone that's playing a game of, calling like this person, Kassoon, who came here and called me a liar, like, how dare you? How dare you? I suspect you're a liar. And I suspect you're a man child who needs to grow up. So do it. And then come back and revisit. And perhaps it'll be a different experience. What a gong show. What a gong show. And so can we show up for ourselves when someone crosses our line or comes into our space and wants to rewrite the narrative? Like, catch you back, catch you later, Kassoon. You got work to do, bro. You got work to do, man. Get to it. It's well worth it. So, yeah, unwelcome here. Yes. Yeah, the Gong Show. Remember that in the dating game? There was the Gong Show. What was the other one? The Newlywed Game, or was it the Newlywed Game? There was all those kind of shows, right? And now we've got this reality TV that's just like smut. It's almost like, it's like we listen. The reality is we have children in this world, young men and young women, who have no social skills. They've had no one show them how to communicate and interact with others. So we have this whole generation that is guided by their phone. And it's a dangerous path. We've gone this way. And so now when we've done our healing, when we've done the work, it's really important for us in the ways that we're guided to get up and show up and share truth. It's the simplicity. Touch the earth with your hands, hug a tree, go walk in the rain, go dance in puddles, because the other stuff is driving humans, HUE, insane. Insane in the membrane. And our cellular bodies are being like, we are transforming to our light body, right? Carbon to crystalline. And others are being so a gentleman I work with, or used to work with, he's retired now. He was on the soul train. He was on it to Papa was a rolling stone. Oh my God. That I love that guy. Yeah. And I mean, it depends, right? Because even in the doom, that guy was just a moron. That guy's probably one of these guys that wants to send me an email to tell me he can help my channel grow and everything. It won't cost me much money. It'll just cost this much. Like, these guys are clowns, right? And it's this type of person that likely stole my Facebook community when they did last year. So that's what that energy is. Yeah, he was on that show. He looked like a cool dude too. He's actually, I just had a nice catch up with him last week. He's a really good guy, and he's living his best life now, like retired. He's doing his thing. He told me about a cleanse that he did for 30 days. And, that is a soul connection. And I'm really grateful for that connection with him. He's one of these masculine energies that is one to be admired. And there's, I work in an environment where there's a lot of men, and very few, are really in that space of masculine energy, divine masculine energy. It's more of the toxicity of masculinity. So, anywho, yeah, it was good. If I could, I should look for that today. It's always good to find it. It's a good little giggle every time I watch it. Okay, so, oh yeah, look at that. Remembering, resurfacing of your feelings and emotions. Again, 21. Yeah. Are we ready? Have we decided who we want to be yet? Have we decided, or have we accepted who we are yet? And with that, I'm not sure I'll be here tomorrow night live. My son's trying to jump through hoops, and I hope he doesn't hurt himself trying to get home to be here with me tomorrow. So, anywho, I will probably come live in the afternoon. Christina Davis? What is she on Wisdom of the Heart? Is she running that Jennifer Lawrence fan page? I don't care anymore. Honestly, I have to say I was devastated at the time. So Christina Davis apparently is the one who hijacked my Wisdom of the Heart page. And it was a love. It was an offering of love that I poured myself into for 12 years. And when she hijacked it, it had 13,000 followers on that community. We many years hosting moon circles there, making lots of connections there. And, they tried to get me to pay to get the space back. And I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale. And I wasn't going to pay back. I wasn't going to put out money to buy back what was mine. So, yeah. So I let it go. And then the Joyful Muse was born. The Joyful Muse who trusts the wisdom of her heart to guide forward. So, Yeah, I'm over the pain and despair and sadness. And I mean, life comes in waves, right? And tears are medicinal, they're healing and stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm grateful for the throne I sit upon today, and it's of my own making. Yeah, thank you. Can you believe it's 7 years, Pamela, without the big guy on this side? That's something else. So tomorrow, Frank would have been 60. Oh my gosh. Um, they didn't steal my YouTube channel. This is the original channel. They stole my Facebook page. Oh my gosh, Frank would have been 60 tomorrow. What a blast that would have been. Good old Frankie baby. How to do it? The east side? I don't know. He's throwing down gang signs and all that foolishness. Um, yeah, so that's yeah, he is always with me. And it's as I said earlier, Frank has been one of my greatest teachers on the other side. There's another one um, that's on the other side that I also feel is Earth side, and yeah, we did have the same birthday. That was one of the ways I knew that it was all the synchronicities that really helped. Like Frank and I had a heart connection from the beginning, and not that I ever imagined anything beyond, like, that it would ever develop into anything, because, like, he wasn't my type or whatever. We all have a type, and yet he totally was. And it was a great friendship, a great respectful, loving, protective, like, it's funny when I think back to coming home that day that he after seeing him at the hospital, and having to come back to the house and tell my son what had happened, that Frank had passed. And I can remember the first words out of my son's mouth. And I really didn't want to tell him. I wanted to let him go to his hockey game that night and let him have a good night before, like, his world just imploded. And anyways, when I told him, the first thing out of that young man's mouth was, "Oh my God, where are we going to live?" And, like, that really just spoke volumes to the security and the stability that Frank's presence brought to our life. And you know it's been a long road, and 7 years on, I'm so grateful that I now, all those things I believed when he was alive, and I used to tell him, this is true, this is true, this is like spiritual truth. And he'd be like, yeah, okay. He felt a lot of it. When he transitioned, though, I had the opportunity to really develop again the understanding of what is true. And one of the deepest and most expansive understandings is that love never dies. And if we continue to work at it, and if we continue to be open to it, love continues to grow. And so that has been the most beautiful gift of knowing Francis Joseph McPhee, in this life. And, life has been an interesting ride since he's um, made his transition to the expansiveness of the skies and the seas and all of it. And the one constant that remains is the love that was seeded here in this lifetime, and very likely before. Yeah, we had the same. So he was born in 1965. I was born in 1970. And then he died on my favorite day of the year, this winter solstice, 12/21. So, in that connection, in that relationship, in that friendship, there were a lot of synchronicities at play. And it was really lovely. And it was really, really lovely. And so I'm grateful for that and him and the love that still grows and supports this soul to continue to grow. We will. We got to find it within ourselves. We have to embody it, and then we magnetize. That's what the crone does. That's what the Empress does. So, sisters, brothers, if you're catching this on the replay, I'm going to tap out. It's the eve before my birthday, so you know I'm going to be playing Edge of 17 because I always do. And then I put my age in there, the edge of 55. Grateful for this life, a miracle in this life, honestly, because of the things and the situations and the places and stuff I got involved in. I really am a miracle. And the miracle is I'm so friggin' grateful to be alive. And I'm looking forward to the next 28. I'm looking forward to the turning of the page, which takes place tonight. So, with that being said, I will connect here with you tomorrow, probably around the same time, 12:21, something like that, and give myself Friday night off. So, until then, everyone, have a great day. Rex is just destroying my couch. Now he's knocked the pillow off of the other couch and settled in on the back of it. Anyways, I see you. I feel you. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for, your love and support. Thank you for continuing to show up here and pour into my cup. And my hope is that something here touches your beautiful heart and inspires you to set your soul free and get out there and have fun along that path of service. Until next time, everyone. Take good care. And thank you, thank you, thank you.